Hey folks, I'm Captain Jimbo Keith.
And I'm Captain Jim Keith.
Welcome to another episode of Keith Boys Outdoors. I'm going to give you a little saltwater rundown this week again for Cedar Key area, and then Captain Jim's got a pretty cool freshwater report. He got in the double digits this past week, which is pretty cool. He got to spend some time out on one of the local lakes. But anyway, in Cedar Key, it is going off. The spring stuff is really turning on good. The redfish have made their move out of the creeks. I'm sure there's still some in the creeks, but we're catching redfish out on the islands. Oversized fish, some slot fish. Captain Stephen caught, I think, like 5 or 6 oversized on Saturday, up to 36 inches. So some giants are moving in. And those are coming on cut mullet. So you can cast net you some mullet and put them out there on the bottom, cut bait out on the bottom for your redfish. And then the speckled trout bite, still on the green moon color, 3 to 5 foot of water underneath the B52 corks. Don't forget to pop them corks. They're not just a strike indicator or a cork. They are a fish call. That's why they have beads in them and they have a brass on the wire. It's when you pop it, it clacks and makes noise, and it calls those trout to you. So you want to throw it out there, get your line tight, pop, pop, pop a couple times, let it sit. And when it's sitting still, just don't really reel it in, but just reel it enough to keep your line tight.
Slack up,
and
5-10 seconds.
Yeah, and wait on it, and then give it another pop. But there's some Spanish mackerel showing up out at the reef. I heard that. I think there's a few sheephead out in the deeper stuff, like on the tug and the barge, the steel tower. But they're not. I hadn't had any really like good reports saying they're just hammering. It's probably gonna be this next moon.
Well, I caught one in the shallow water.
Yeah, you caught a little spot.
That's full of eggs.
Yeah, full. So they ought to be any time. I bet the next moon it's gonna be ridiculous. Probably a bunch of boats because there was a bunch of boats going. I was red fishing with my family. You probably saw it on our social media page. Took them to the beach this past Friday, and while they were red fishing with cut bait, I put on the Bass Assassins new PMV and was just casting it in the Houdini color, and I was catching a speckled trout on about every cast. And our producer over here was getting aggravated at me because she was sitting there holding the cut bait and I was catching them every cast. And she's like, "What's going on with this?" And I said, "Well, you're trying to catch a big fish, baby." So, but anyway, it worked out good. So just throwing this on a quarter-ounce jig head right there where we were red fishing at, still getting bit. I didn't have any keepers, but I was catching fish. I mean, they're thumping the heck out of it. Works really good. So make sure you put some of them in your arsenal. Laguna shrimp, the redfish really key in on them, and so do the trout. So Captain Jim's been throwing a lot of trout on them.
Yeah, went out there
so
to hunt and caught a bunch of trout.
Yeah,
just the jig, plain jig.
Just plain jig.
With a quarter-ounce Jim's jig that he had given us and whacking them.
They really like it.
Chop Hammock and his boys came out and they had a ball catching trout. We got our limit out there and we were throwing the jig most of the time.
Yeah.
They caught them on the corks too.
Yeah.
We switched around. They were catching them on both corks and the jigs. And that little PMV right there.
It's working. It's a little 3-inch
bait.
It
jumps around a lot more than
just a bounce and let it fall. And a lot of times they'll hit it on the fall when it's falling. Don't you feel them pop it. It's just a tick. Sometimes you feel a tick. Sometimes it just loads up. That's when you know to jack them up. Set that hook. But try to cross his eyeballs.
We caught a bunch of drum out there too. Casting. There were a bunch of big old drums.
Yeah,
you can see the pictures that post the drum.
Yeah,
good 20-pounders.
Yeah, big old black drum. Fun to pull on.
Yeah, good picture fish.
Yeah, really.
We did catch one about 20-something inches that we ate.
Okay.
I cleaned it for the people and they took it home to eat.
Yeah, them are good ones.
The bigger ones got more of the worms and them parasites most of the time.
You can cut them out if you want to. Usually back at the tail, but they're kind of once you see them, you'll be like, "Ooh, I don't know if I want to eat that." Yeah.
After you kill the fish and everything.
Let
them go.
I'd rather let them go.
Catch them and release them.
Yep. But it's happening. I've been seeing a lot of thunder chickens on turkey season still going on. I've been seeing a lot of them getting killed on social media. So good luck, boys, and y'all keep it up. Kill a couple for me and Captain Jim here. We hadn't been able to go yet. But,
I saw one come right across in front of me on 24 on the way back to Cedar Key. He flew right in front of me.
Yeah, the gobbler?
It looked like it to me.
I saw a couple hens the other day coming out of Devil's Hammock.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, we make that pass through Devil's Hammock a lot.
They were coming out of Gulf Hammock Club going north.
Okay.
This one.
Cool. So watch out for them turkeys. If they hit a windshield, it's not good. Yeah. If they hit a grill, it ain't good either. Yeah, they mess some stuff up. It's the time of year they're moving around. There's a bunch of fawns starting to pop up. They ought to be anytime. Does ought to be throwing their little ones. But keep an eye out for them too. If you see a doe standing on the side of the road acting like she don't know what's going on, you better be looking for a little one. Yeah. Because there's going to be a baby somewhere. Shortly. Yeah, shortly. So keep your eye out for that. But before Captain Jim tells you his story about his double-digit fish that he caught, next week, make sure you share this and you tune in. Me and Captain Jim are going to give y'all, we're going to step outside in the yard and we're going to give y'all a cast net lesson. We throw 2 different ways. I throw one technique. He throws a different technique. A lot of people this time of year ask us and hear that I've started throwing my net more right now, catching mullet. People are like, man, I wish I could pick up on throwing the net. Well, we're going to give you 2 ways that we like to throw it that are really simple, that work really good on a daily basis for us. I was taught by my cousin, which was shown from a commercial fisherman that he met one time on the boat. Captain Jim, he's always thrown it his way that he's been throwing it, and this other way just seems to work better for me.
I like my way.
Yeah, he likes his way. I like my way. So next week, make sure you subscribe so you'll get the notification that it'll come on, and we'll be throwing the cast nets a little bit. So pretty cool. See who throws the best pancake. We throw 8-foot nets. I throw a 10 sometimes. I think my net might be a 10. Captain Jim throws an 8. You don't have to throw a giant net. You know, 8-footer will get you some mullet. It's not hard. You just need to get where they're at and don't throw an oyster. You'll throw around it, but not on it. Sometimes we have to throw an oyster because if the mullet's there and you ain't got them no other way, you just got to do what you got to do.
Get what you can get.
So get them and try not to get hung up and tear your net up too bad. But anyway, tell us about that big one.
Well, I got to go Friday. I had Macy, my granddaughter, go with me Friday because we got a Jacksonville Senior Club tournament coming up and an Orange Lake. And got out there and started throwing, and I love to throw the RSB. That's what I got packages here. This is the worm Bass Assassin makes. It's called the RSB. And this is in the redbud color right here. And this is what I was catching them on. I like to throw the black blue glitter tail, but all of them catch fish.
Yeah.
Everybody has their favorite ones they like to throw and all, and that's what mine is, the black blue glitter tail. But I throw these. I throw the rest of the colors too. And the June bug. Here's the June bug blue tail. I just got some out. The green pumpkin magic. A lot of you guys throw the green pumpkin magic. Candy bug. I got the watermelon red magic. They got all kind of colors. The June bug red glitter. They got gooseberry. And that's a good color too. That's got a little glitter tail in it too. But this is what the worm looks like. And I throw it on a 3/16 weight.
RSB
quarter ounce
stands for redneck spinnerbait. Yeah. So that's a little bit of Robin Shiver, redneck lingo in there. But anyway.
But you rig this Texas rig and throw it out there. All you throw it out there and reel it. You can work it different ways, but throw out there and just start reeling it back in and just twitching it and hitting the hide reel and it comes through. And if they're there, they'll usually nail it. What this mimics really, I think mostly is needlefish. A lot of needlefish are in the waters around here in some of these lakes now. Not in Orange. I haven't seen any Orange Lake, but you get St. John's River and Russo
Lake
and all.
Russo and stuff.
Some that are attached to up in the Swanee too. It works real well. But they like that RSB. Then you throw it out there and you reel it in. Now, if you want to fish it worm just real slow, you can do it that way. I've caught them that way too.
You can really feel the vibration of that tail and the drag of the tail.
A lot of money. Right. A lot of money's been won on these worms right here. They're a good worm.
If you're not throwing it, you're going to get beat back.
You better have rigged money rods and throw it, especially around the hydrilla and stuff.
Hydrilla bonnet
really works. Eelgrass, hydrilla, works real good. A lot of these lakes.
No cheating if you're fishing the senior trail tournament this coming Thursday. Don't be cheating. So tell us about the big one.
Yeah, well, throw out there we were fishing and they had been throwing that and got in the right area. excuse me, and had a good hit, set the hook. I told Mace, I said, this is a good fish here before. Then it came up. Whoa, look at there. They ended up being 10, 15.
10, 15.
Right, almost 11 pounds.
Almost 11 pounds.
I'm trying to get 11 out of it, but 10, 15.
Oh, that's
and
a
I'll have Eddie here put the pictures on.
There'll be a picture of him after the video. So
but
finish the link.
Hopefully, I left the spot.
Yeah.
I'll be going back there Thursday. Right before that, there was an 11 pounder caught too.
Yeah. Good one caught there.
I didn't catch it, but somebody else I know did.
Yeah.
And anyway.
Yeah.
Well, there's two big fish there. That's a big fish area. So
yeah, that's a good area.
I'm gonna camp out there Thursday.
I will too.
You fish the tournament with me, or
in
the tournament, and you're watching this video, I'll be camping out in that spot.
Well,
we'll
guys,
see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll be on the saltwater all week. Captain Jim will probably. I don't know. We got some weather coming in. Looks like it's gonna rain some
I didn't
tomorrow.
give my report last week. I fished every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I went bass fishing Friday. Yeah. Then I went back Saturday. But I caught fish every day. We was whacking them. I caught the drum. I caught redfish. I took one guy. He wanted to catch a redfish. We didn't do nothing but redfish. I
told him where I'd caught mine. Guess what? Yeah. He went straight there and sat up on it.
And I do that the same thing. I tell him he'll be camping out there too. But
he went and caught my fish. Yeah. Made me have to work and move around.
Yeah. Anyway, the guy had the first fish we caught exactly 27 inches. So we put him in the box and we had fun the rest of the day. He had a 30-inch, a 31, another big fish. And then the next day, the guys caught some drum, caught some redfish. Did real well.
Good deal. Been catching plenty of speckled trout.
Yeah, trout.
And then moving on to redfish. Redfish seem to be biting early in the tide. And then, I think all through the incoming tide, they've been biting fairly decent. This week, I'll be fishing some of the outgoing in the morning and a little bit of the incoming. I got a weak incoming in the morning, and then it barely goes out, and then it's a stronger one in the afternoon. I know tomorrow, anyway. But we'll see what
this. Be raining in the morning.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm gonna start at 2 and fish the afternoon.
We're trying in the morning. My guy wants to do the morning, so see what happens. But anyway, thank you guys, and we're at like 199 subscribers on our YouTube page. So one of y'all out there, hit that subscribe button if you hadn't yet. Bump us over. It's free. It don't cost you anything.
It just notifies you when.
Bump us over the 200 mark. Help us out. Yeah. Trying to get there. And if you see it on our social media or whatever, follow us on there. Saltwater Assassin Fishing Charters. We're trying to catch up and do YouTube and get some reels going and get some better fishing YouTube instead of just this. It'll come. It's going to come like sometime around May when we are scheduling some time to go get out on the water and catch some fish on camera. So anyway, once summer gets here, our producer will be able to go with us a little bit more, so she can get some better shots and make her get in the water and swim with the sharks and all that good stuff. Yep. But anyway, thank you guys, and like I said again, hit the subscribe button. Follow along.